11:01 a.m. Friday, July 19. 76 degrees at 11 a.m. on Friday, July 19. Ready to work on the fence again today. It's after 11 a.m. on Friday, July 19. And another nice day. Comfortable. Yeah, another nice day. Yeah, in the upper 70s. That's humid too. That feels good. So I'm going to do some more work on the fence. A little bit every day. And till I get it all repaired. But in the meantime, I got to look after this garden. And I'm not doing a very good job because I got something attacking my garden again. And I'll show you what. Or not what, but what something did to my garden. I came out to dump my garbage, and look what I found on my sweet potato. It was growing real good too. Oh, look at the vines; they're coming all the way out here. Yeah, but look, something ate the leaves off. Almost, probably 99% of the leaves are gone. They left the vine though. I'm guessing, but I'm thinking it's a deer. Yeah, it has to be. What could eat so much? There's some footprints. Looks like deer. It's hard to tell in this loose soil, but oh well, that's life. Don't worry about it. Probably that same deer that's running around here. Yeah. At least they didn't. I'll check everything out, but I think that's the only thing they ate. They don't bother the lemongrass, which is growing good. That's growing real nice. Best crop I've ever raised. Of course, I got new soil here too. Manure from the barn. Old manure. Okay, well, it is what it is. Well, maybe it'll sprout back. It's been a while. I think it's the same deer that attacked it when it was young. Yeah, but it left it alone for a long time, but now look at it. Came back and had a snack. All right, let me check the rest of the garden. Look, I let my asparagus grow up too much. I gotta trim that one of these days. Maybe I'll do it today if I feel like it. There's the back end of the garden. I got green beans, okra. Looks like the Brussels sprouts are starting to grow a little bit. Cucumbers, which I haven't checked for about 3 days now, so I've probably got a bunch of them in there. Watermelon's spreading out pretty good. Zucchini died on me a while back. Yeah, but I got 4 zucchinis on it before it died. Anyway, that's my garden. All right, I need to get to working on the fence out there in the big pasture. Ain't nobody else gonna do it for me, so I gotta get going. Get something done a little bit of that done every day, and I'll be happy. I trimmed the asparagus. Looks like the moon guy from the Philippines. It's growing better. It likes hot weather. It likes the tropics. It don't like winter. It'll die in the wintertime when it gets cold. So I can only grow it during the summer. Same thing with lemongrass. I gotta bring that in the house. I tried growing that kungai indoors, but it just don't grow good inside. It needs more light. Yeah, and more heat too. Lemongrass can barely survive the winter, but I've been doing it for a few years now. So, and I can use that more than I can use that's supposed to be good for the body, but it just has no taste. Okay, I'm done. Let me go check. There's some kamungai on the end of the box. There's the kamungai in the middle. Yeah, between the asparagus. There's some kamungai at the back end of the box. One of them died. Had one there. It died. But the others barely survived. That one's really growing good. It's really growing tall. Yeah, probably because it's growing by itself. Okay, that's all about kamungai. The official name for kamungai is moringa. Yeah, but in the Philippines, at least in Cebu, where my wife's family is from, they call it kamungai with a K-A, kamungai. But on, I think Tagalog or some parts up north, maybe even down south too, they call it malunggay. They just put an M instead of a K. I don't know why there's a difference, but that's what I learned over the years. Cebu calls it kamungai, and the rest of the Philippines calls it malunggay. Yeah, well, I'll call it what I know, what I've heard my wife's family call it. Oh, that's it. All right. Sun's pretty warm, even though the air is cool. So I'm just playing around in the garden here, and I'm already working up a sweat. So if I'm gonna be sweating, I might as well get some work done. Working on the pasture fence today again. All right, let's go. Get out there. Another late start today, but sometimes I just can't get going. Anyway, still a nice day to be working outside. It's only 80 degrees, and it's about 1:30 p.m. right now, so no, I'm not under too much stress. Anyway, I got some more work to do on the clearing the flood debris off the fence near the creek. Okay, I'm gonna. I thought I might had to use the chainsaw yesterday, but I don't think I need it today. It's just there's no big logs I got to cut up, so or trees. So I'll just take all my chainsaw equipment off and head out there. All right, let me get this stuff unloaded. I unloaded the chainsaw stuff, and then I'm going to take the deep post driver out there just in case I need that. And I brought some extra rope. It's old rope, old hemp rope, but it's a little bit bigger and stronger. I don't know how strong, but at least something. If I need to pull something, drag something, at least I'll have something to work with. All right, let's head out to the big pasture and start clearing some more fence. Today I'm gonna start up where I left off down there at that gate and working on this fence here. I'll start down there and start knocking all this flood debris off the fence. Yeah, see how far I can get. And as I knock it off, I'll be making little piles that I can burn later. Well, this is what I worked on yesterday. All this brush, this log, and there's one over there that was all laying up against here, and that pile of stuff was laying up against the corner. And I found a wood post that was washed down. That was washed down by the flood all the way from the other end there by the bridge. It floated all the way down here, and it was laying right there. But I moved up to the house where it's safe. Anyway, I'm going to work on this fence here today. Yeah, get that. At least get it started. I'm just going to knock it off and bring it out make piles, make small piles, and I'll burn it eventually. Yeah, I mean, and when I get done today out here, no matter how much I get done, I'm going to use my rope that I brought with me and try to drag that out of here. Thought about dragging it out that way, but I really can't maneuver there, so I might drag it down to that end. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. I gotta drag it someplace. I don't want it down here. I got some shade to cool off in when I get too hot. Over here. All right, let's start the work. Well, this is what I'm gonna be working on today. Clearing all this flood debris off the fence. Floodwaters came from that direction. Actually, it came out of the creek there, went over the top, and then flowed down. The water was flowing this way, out and flowing this way. So most of the trash was coming from this direction, coming from the creek out into the pasture from the outside. But the stuff down in this corner here that I pulled away, starting right about there, it came from down there. This creek here, the creek that flows in over that way, comes in from up there, up that way, and it's all downhill from there, flows down this way. So all that water was flowing down along the fence here and through here, because this was all mostly underwater. You can see where the dirt is on the thing, but most of it was flowing down along the fence. Anyway, that flowed down here, and so it was piling up down here on this corner from two directions, from that direction and from in this direction. So anyway, right now I'm going to start working on that. Let's go. Well, the temperature is only around 80 degrees, but out in that sun it's pretty hot, but at least there's a nice cool breeze. And that thing there that was up against the fence, that's a rose bush. It's all one, and that rose bush I cut out way up there. It was laying against the gate there, near the gate, so that got floated down here too. Okay, I just had to stop and get a drink. Yeah, at least it's not as hot as it could be. Summer's usually in the 90s. It's only around 80s this time. So we got a little cold spell going on. So that's good. But it's still hot to work. At least I'm working up a sweat. Well, it doesn't take much to distract me from my work, because I just found a couple logs. I floated down. There's one of them. Where's the other one? Where is it? Oh, the other one's over here. Yeah. There's one. And there's the other one. And both of them floated down from way down there, way at the very end. Very end. There's a log that was pushed out into the pasture more up the hill. But all those logs came from way down there. I had a tree cut up a long time ago, and they just left it underneath the fence. I was going to pick it up for firewood, but I never got around to it. It must be 20 years old. Anyway, some of them are still there. The bigger pieces are still there, but some of them rolled down here. Floated down here with the flood. Those floodwaters carried it all the way down here, and then it wound up here and there. Ain't that something? Okay, back to work on my fence. I thought I'd let you know it. That's what I'm using to knock off all they do is hit the fence, and most of it falls off. Some of them will have to, around the post, I have to pick off with my hand, but when I hit the fence, it shakes most of it off. I just use a machete. I call it a bolo because that's what they call them in the Philippines. Bolo. But here we call them machete. Or I would call it, when I was younger, I'd call them a corn knife. Because that's what we use for cutting corn stalks when they're green. For the kettle. Well, I got all of the flood debris knocked off the fence. I need to rake it all up with a pitchfork into little piles. But I got another section of fence here to do first. There's just a short section here. It's only the bottom two wires that were clogged. Water wasn't that high here, I guess. Anyway, let me clean this up, and then I'm going to clean that up too. Oh look, cow and calf up there on top of the hill. Cow with her baby. Okay, let's get to work on this. I got it off the fence. And when I get done with, oops, I can hold my phone. And once I clean that up a little bit and tighten the fence up there, I'm gonna go to the top, or go to the east end, disconnect the fence up there, the north fence, temporarily, so I can rehook the fence down there. Yeah, rehook the fence down there, so this will be on. And if this is on, when I hook that up, that'll be on. And if that's on, it'll turn this on. But I don't want to turn this one on yet. So I'm going to disconnect it over there or over here. Probably, let's see. I don't know. Yeah, I guess I could disconnect it here. I think. Yeah, look, there's a wasp here. Yeah, those red wasps, they like to make a nest inside the gate pipes. They go in from underneath. I have to spray that every once in a while. As long as I don't bother them, this should be okay. Anyway, I got to figure out which one I'm going to disconnect, here or the other side. This is the pipe. This is the wire that goes to the other side. This one here goes across to there, but I got it disconnected over there anyway. It's not connected to that fence, so that one's all right. I don't have to have that on. Even though it's on here, it won't be on over there, so that's good. Because there's a mess on that fence too. I'll work on them some other time. But I disconnected this one. I think it's disconnected. Yeah, pretty much. And so, so that means that this fence won't be on here. The cattle are on in here anyway, so I'll work on this some other time. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'll work on this some other time. First things first, let's get that other fence working. Okay, that fence is clear. And let me fix this one up a little bit, and then I'll go to the other end where I started. Well, I got this fence cleaned up, but I got to bend a few posts in, like from back there up to here. Yeah, just a few. And then I'm going to start raking up all this loose stuff that I knocked off. Make a few piles. I'll burn later. I raked all the way up to about there, and I brought it back over here. I think I'm going to burn that pile right now, see if it'll burn, because it's mostly dry grass from the fence. I had a few sticks and a rose bush, and that's dried up too. I got matches, so I'm going to burn it. The winds from the north are behind me, so or from the east, so it'll be blowing that way or this way. So I'm going to see if I can burn it. Well, I'm breaking up the rest of the grass off the fence. The grass is dry, so it wasn't hard to start. I had to blow on it once or twice, but I got it going. Yeah, wind's in the right direction. That's good. I'll come back later, check on it. I might try burning that one. That one's got a lot of wet stuff in it, so. But I might try to burn it. See what I can do with it. Something might burn. I'll come back here and rake this up. Okay, I'll come back later. It was a little harder to start. I'm not even sure if it's going to keep going or not. Most of them are just little sticks. There's hardly any leaves or grass. It's mostly dried up sticks and stuff. But we'll see. Let's see how it'll burn. I might have to get some grass from farther down. Use that. Let's see. I wasn't planning on burning it today, but wind changed. Now it's from the northwest. That one's trying to burn over there, but I think I'm going to get some dry grass and add to it. This one's burning pretty good. I'll rake it up later. Yeah, it's trying to burn, but I think it's dry on top, but underneath it's a little damp. I added some dry grass to it. It's smoldering underneath from where I started it. So I don't know if that's going to catch or not. I think I'll go ahead and light it to help it out. Yeah, the dry grass works better. I don't know if all this is going to burn because it's, like I said, it was kind of damp on the inside. But we'll see. Let me go rake up the other one now. Well, at least the top, the grass is going to burn on top, so that the ashes will filter down and burn something. We'll see. Well, I'm going to rake this up before it goes out. And that one over there is burning good too. Here comes the mail carrier. Yeah. I guess it came down yesterday because I got mail yesterday. Yeah. They're going slow though. Going slow through that bumpy part. Them ripples in the road. Yeah, going pretty slow through there. Yeah. Well, in the past, the mail carrier would turn around up there where I live. But the last few years, two people's built up on top of the hill there, and now they're got more mail to deliver. All right, let's rake this one up. Yeah, that'll burn it for a little while. Piled up all the big stuff. We'll go out and check that one out now. Both piles burning. This one burned a lot better because it was drier. That one's smoldering, but I'm gonna I'll just let it burn and see where it goes. Yeah, most of it is fine dirt and sand. Yeah, but some of the stuff is burning. I'll rake it up before I leave. I'm going to transfer that board there to the other fire. Add a few more pieces of wood to this fire too. Get them all burnt. Look at that, hardly any wind. Smoke was going straight up there for a minute. Yeah, look at that, almost straight up. Cool. And it spreads out a little bit. Okay, let's get back to work. Well, I'm ready to start another fire. This time by the pear tree. Yeah. At least I'll be in the shade when I'm watching it. And after that, after I start this one, I'm going to head back down and get the ATV, bring it back up here. Okay, got this one started. Oh, wind feels good. Oh, that one took off right. I put the grass on the bottom and the big limbs on top. That way they'll burn better. As the grass burns down, the bigger limbs will fall down on top of the coals, I hope. And they'll get burned up too. I don't have much to add to this fire, so hopefully that's enough to burn them up. If they don't burn up, I'll just throw the sticks in the creek. That don't burn. Okay. Okay, let's go down there and bring the ATV back up here. I got some more stuff to clean up and rake up and burn by the charger. I got to put all that debris away from the charger. Yeah, and then I got to make a big pile there. Yeah, that's probably my last pile. Yeah, I'll bring everything to it. Yeah. Looks like a couple of the Highland cattle came down. She was, that one there, she was halfway under the oiler. I guess she saw the fires, and now she's going to come over and check out what I'm doing. Yeah, they were eating grass when they came down over there, so they do eat a little grass up here, down here. Yeah, but now they see the smoke, or the fire and the smoke, they're going to check out what I'm doing. They always do that when I have a fire. This one here is smoldering, but I don't think it's going to burn. But I can leave it for now. Those two are kind of like squish those boards together. They're not burning too good. I think the wood was a little wet, but we'll see. I'm going to take the ATV down there so I'm closer to the work. When I get done, I'm going to drive up and disconnect the fence and then reconnect it down here and then go back and energize everything to see if it works again. Picked up a souvenir. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but it's a odd shaped piece of wood. It's kind of rotten. It's not rotten, it's pretty hard. And but it's I could probably make a cane out of it somehow. I'm not sure how, or if I ever will, but if I ever do, this will be the handle part. Anyway, I found it down there. I think it was on that first pear tree underneath it. It collected there from the flood. So this will be my remembrance of the flood of 24. Okay, so let's head down. Let's head down there and rake some more up and make another burn pile. Cattle are standing in my shade. I'll have to chase them out of there. I'm going to be in the shade, but I'm going to make the fire out there farther. Or I'm going to make the fire closer to the charger. Oh, here comes the other Highlander. So now they're all three showing up. Yeah, but they're going to have to get out of my shade because I'm going to park there. Yeah. Okay. The Highlanders are together. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right, I gotta move them out of my way and park that thing there. And here's my fire, and it burns down a little more. I'm gonna look. All the boards fell off to the side, so I gotta straighten that up too. Okay. Back. I gotta go to my shade now. I don't think they liked it that I chased them out of their shade. Do you? Yeah. Shade's going to get bigger as the sun starts going, still traveling west. And it's going to get, the shadow of this tree get bigger. Okay. Okay. Hello, Highlanders. Yeah. Are you enjoying your vacation out here in the big pasture? Huh? Yeah. I hope you have a summer fling with the bull while you're out here. Yeah, I want to see some calves next year if you're up to it. Especially this one here. She's a heifer. I think that's a heifer too. Yeah, both of them are heifers. She's the older one though. I don't know why she's never got bred. I had bull with her for years. Maybe she's just one of those sterile ones or something. But anyway, hopefully that bull can do a better job than the bull I had before. I had a Highland bull with these three for a long time. She had a calf. Actually, she's from a different cow, but that's her calf. That was her last calf. Yeah, I think that was her last calf. I can't remember. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to work. I got stuff to pick up and burn. Well, this was underwater, but they're still eating some of the grass there, so that's good. I'm gonna watch them go under the oiler. I'm gonna see how they do it. Yeah, I think they're going in to get some salt. They can't go out to the pond, to the creek anymore. I want to see how they cross there. Yeah, looks good. Yeah, looks good. Yeah, they're getting a good rub. Yeah, mostly across their back. Now that they're used to it, I'm going to get some more old shirts and socks and stuff. They're not afraid of it no more. Yeah, I need some more things hanging down. Now that they're used to it, I'll get some more stuff hanging from it and recharge it. Put some more oil and insecticide on it. Oh, don't be drinking that water. Oh well. You can't go anywhere. Yeah, all you can do is eat some salt and drink that water in that little puddle there. There's a hole there from where I dug that T-post out, and I just left the hole. It's where that jug is. So they're drinking water out of there. Probably got some salty taste because of the salt running down from the salt block that used to be there. Ran down in there. Okay, get back to work. All right, let's go. I got this to clean up. There they go. They're leaving now. I missed the. Look how easy they go through there now. Yeah, they like it now. Yeah, I can make a little improvement on that cattle rub oiler. Get some more things hanging down that get more on their face. Okay, I'm gonna clean out around that underneath the charger, and a lot of that is like that pot on the other end. It's mostly fine debris, and it's wet. So I'm picking out the drier stuff and throwing it over there, and I'll leave that piled up there for now till it dries up. I'll burn that some other time. We're getting there though. Dude, I guess this didn't flood as good. I can still see some areas that are dark with mud or light brown. Especially out there, I can see this was all flooded out here. But up there on the higher ground, maybe not so much. But anyway, they're eating some of that grass, so that's good. Well, that long piece got burnt in half, so I put both ends onto the pile of ashes or coals. Don't know if they're all going to burn down, but at least they're going to burn up a little more. And that pile's still burned down in there, so I'll go down there and check that. But first, I got to start another fire. Yeah, that's going to burn a little bit. Well, that's all cleaned up. You know, I was thinking about it. I don't need to hook this fence to the north fence anymore. I got this disconnected over there, so there's no electric on the fence on the other side of the gate, which I'll clean up some other time. Because I got my next priority is start working on that fence out there across the creek, so I can work on that last. But this fence is all good now, so I could turn this fence back on, but first I gotta disconnect I still gotta disconnect the fence up on top. Yeah, disconnect the north fence. And so it was only connected for one day. This was easier to clean up than I thought. I thought it'd be hard to get that stuff off the fence, but I hit it with my machete bolo thingy and came right off. Okay, let me start that fire there and go disconnect the fence on the other end. I didn't want to take this thing up there to the other end with the ATV, so I threw it on the ground here because that's what I'm going to come back to. Good thing I did, but I think I'm going to leave it out here for a while. Look at all the ants. Look at the ants. Oh, good thing I didn't take it home like that. Yeah, I'll have to treat that with something. Anyway, I'm going to leave it here for now. I'm going to start that fire. Let's burn that one. Yeah, I'm ready to... This fence is all done. I just got to... I just got to burn this pile and start this pile on fire. Drive to the other end, disconnect it from the north fence, and then turn it on here and see what happens. Hopefully it'll all work just as good. There it goes. Hey, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my souvenir thingy, a board, stick, and I'm going to smoke it. Yeah, that'll kill the ants. Let me do that. Okay, it's burning good. Okay. While that burns, I'm going to drive to the other end. Yeah, I smoked that real good. Yeah, almost looks like a bird bill. Look at that. Yeah, bird beak, like a vulture's beak. Yeah. Okay. Let's head on to the top. Let's go to the other end and disconnect the fence. I'm almost done with this south fence. At least I can get this part turned on, get this fence turned back on, and then I can always work on that there after I get the other fence by the road back in business. Because the cows aren't in there anyway. At least the cattle will be surrounded by electric fence again. Well, I think I better turn this one on first before I disconnect the fence up there. I want to see if this fence will work, even though it's only hooked up until to the gate there. But I'll have all this on, the fence on by the road, and from that gate all the way to the other gate behind me. If it works then I can just disconnect the other fence and reconnect it down there by the southwest gate. Turn this fence on and it's working all the way down. It works all the way to that gate. Because that fence right now is hooked to the north fence. I'm going to go up and disconnect it because this fence is already working. Yeah, all I got to do is disconnect it and reconnect it down there. And on my way back. So I'm passing by this log that came from over there. I'm just going to get it out of the pasture. I'm going to move it up the hill where it's out of my way, up underneath those trees. Gone. Was there. It's gone. It's up there by that big tree. Okay, let's continue what I was working on. Now I'm going to disconnect this wire, which is right now it's feeding that south fence, but I'm going to disconnect it from here because that fence is on, and once I disconnect it, that fence will be off, but I'll turn it back on down there by the creek. Okay, now it's disconnected. That fence is still on, north fence, but the south fence is disconnected, and I'll turn it on down there so it'll be independent. All I gotta do now is go down there and reconnect the fence down there by that gate, and then go over and turn the fence on. Everything should be good. And while I was passing by, I saw a whole bunch of mushrooms. Yeah, those are the big ones. I don't know what they're called, but I don't eat them. Even if they are good, I don't eat them. I don't eat them little bitty ones. I don't know what they're called, the ones they put on pizza. Yeah, I'll eat those little bitty ones. Oh, those. I think they got a round top. Okay, let's get back down there and get that work done. Well, today I cleared from that gate where that first fire is. I cleared from there, that fence, from there all the way over to the gates. Yeah, and then now I got 1, 2, 3. I'm burning 4 fires. That's the last fire I started, and now I got to go down and connect that wire fence connect that by the gate, this fence to that fence, and then I'll turn it on and hopefully it'll be good. Here I got to hook that wire coming out of that black pipe there. I need to hook it to the wire above it, and then they'll be connected, and I can turn the fence back on. Oh, I forgot to bring some more tape. Oh, I was going to put some new tape on that. Oh, well, I guess I can do it some other time. Let's hook it back up. The fences are reconnected now. Oh, I put the old tape back on. It'll do for now. And the time is 4:44 p.m. and I'm going to turn the fence on now. Stir this fire up again. That'll be the last time I stir that up. I'll just let it go out. It should burn up pretty much. That one there is just about out, and there's not much to burn. It's all wet. So this is what I'm going to do out here on this end. I need to go turn the fence on and check the fire on that end. Well, I did what I set out to do today. Clean this whole fence up, and I can even turn this fence back on. I reconnected the 2 fences here and by this gate, and once I turn it on, hopefully it'll work. Okay, let's go down there and check that fire. I don't think those 2 sticks are going to burn, so I'm going to take them up to the other fire, put them on that one. And 2 sticks there, the light colored ones on top. I brought them over from the other fire. Yeah, I'm going to stir this one up too. I'll rake this little pile of ashes together and let it burn itself out. I turned my charger back on, and fence is working. So it's working from here. And it's also charging that fence that goes up, over and up to where the cattle up at the top of the gate, and all the way down here to this gate. And on the other side. And on the other side there to that gate. So everywhere the cattle can go, the fence is charged. And all the way down there, and all the way up and around to halfway until it meets the marked fence up there. So it's all, south fence is working again. All right. Yeah, I'll just leave those fires burn. I still gotta move that log. I think I know where I'm going to put it. First, I want to stir up the fire. The old mama cow, the light one. She's coming down with her 3rd heifer. Yeah, that's her 3rd heifer. They're both coming down to the. Hopefully that heifer's bred this year. She's big enough. I want to see how they go underneath the cattle rub. Oh, she's eyeing the smoke. She's trying to figure out if she needs to go over there and check it out. And there's smoke here too, so she might come and check this out before she goes under the rub. There she goes. Let's see what yeah, they like it now. Yeah, they enjoy it. Yeah, keeps the flies off of them. Working pretty good. I don't see any flies on them. Yeah, come down and get her salt. I bet they miss. I bet they miss soaking in the creek over there by the bridge. Yeah, okay, that's her second heifer. That's this cow's second. That's her second heifer, but she's a cow this year. She's a new cow this year. She had her first calf this year. Her first heifer had her third calf this year. That's it. Use that oiler. Yeah. I need to modify it. I need to get some more. I need to take that shirt and put it down the middle. Yeah. That's what I need to do with that. When I first put it up, they didn't want to go underneath it with the shirt there. But now I think they like it. Yeah, I had to put those pellets there because they weren't going under the middle. They were going under the edges, the taller part. Look at that. She just stuck. She just stopped right under. Oh, the smoke's in my way. She just stopped right there underneath the oiler. Okay. I stirred up this. Oh, I'm in the way here. I stirred up this stuff on this end. Didn't burn because it was a little wet, so I threw it on top. So I'm gonna let that burn while I move that log. Smoke's coming at me. That's better. Yeah. She produced some good calves, and now two of them are cows, and that one there is heifer. Hopefully she's bred and gonna have a calf next year. Okay. Okay. So I gotta get that log moved, and then I'm gonna go across the bridge, work on something over there. Well, I got this fence fixed up and working again. Yeah, look, nice and clean, just like when I first put it in last year. Well, wasn't the first time I put it in. I upgraded it with 2 strands of barbed wire last summer and a few extra T-posts. Yeah, looking good. And this is like what, 4 days after the flood? 16, 19, oh, 3 days. 3 days after the flood. Okay. So this fence is on from here all the way down and up and around to the other end. And when I hook it, that gate there, the little gate hook, that powers this fence here all the way up along the road. But I disconnected this fence here from the fence that goes underneath the gate here and connects to here because I got to leave this off until I fix it. But the cows aren't going in here anyway, so it's all right. So it's okay. And then that one there is disconnected over there. I got two places where I could hook it, down low and up high where it would turn that fence on, but I don't need that on right now. So that's off, and that's off. And this, one of these days I'm going to burn this stuff here. I'm going to leave the logs in the ditch there, slow down the erosion, but I might just rake all that stuff into there. Yeah, just to slow the water down. Not today though. They come down here to get the salt. She's looking the ground there. There's probably a leftover salt in the ground there. Because the other salt block that I had here, it must have dissolved in the rain the other day. Okay, and I set that one up on a tire with some cedar limbs in the middle to hold it off the ground, so it won't dissolve as fast. All right, let's move that other big log from the other end. That wet grass is here making a lot of smoke. Yeah, it's better when the grass is dry, but there's a big log down there I'm going to hook onto it with my ATV. Look at that smoke. Look at that smoke. Anyway, I'm going to hook onto that log and I'm going to drag it all the way over to there somewhere, out of my way. Yeah. Flood won't grab it over there, that's for sure. Okay. Let's go. Get this job done. Every time I make a fire like this, a small fire, yeah, because they don't, small fires. Every time I make a small fire like this, with a lot of smoke, it reminds me of the Philippines. Because every day, every morning and evening, people rake up all the leaves and trash and whatever else is burnable, and they'll, in the morning they rake it just to clean it up, and in the evening, they, or late afternoon, they always make a lot of little fires, or the mosquitoes, but you're always breathing smoke. You're always breathing smoke. Every time you drive on the highway, there's smoke everywhere. I always thought it was the pollution from the cars, which this is also possible because there's a lot of traffic, especially on Cebu, lots of traffic. Especially from my wife's town of Bacar, which is south of Cebu City, about an hour's drive. Well, it was an hour's drive. It's probably about 2 hours drive now with the heavy traffic. But it's just a series of smoke. It's just so crowded on the highways. That's the one thing I don't like about the Philippines. Too many vehicles. Okay. But that's what people need to get around. Most of the vehicles on the roads are people who carry passengers. You know, buses, vans, small vans. Then you have little motorcycles with sidecars, and then you got tricycles with sidecars, and motorcycles. Lots of motorcycles that people hire to carry them around. They call them a hubble. Anyway, that's enough reminiscing about Cebu and the Philippines. But every time I have smoke like that, it reminds me, and the air like this, that's the Philippines right there. Most of it, at least along the highways, along the villages. I don't know about how they do it in the cities, because my wife's family lives outside the main town. Okay, let's get to work on that log. Let's move it. Well, I'm hooked up to the log. After I pull it up on the way, I'm going to take that log it's laying on and throw it over there with the rest of them. I think I can pull that. Well, I got my bowline tied over there. That's the only knot I learned in the Navy. Bowline. Yeah. It's the only knot I learned. Of course, I wasn't a bosun's mate. I was a fire control technician, and I didn't have nothing to do with the fire, or actual fire. Fire control is controlling the fire of the gun with radar. Yeah. Anyway, okay, I'm ready to pull. Yeah, let's get this done. I think I'm going to, it's ready to get past 5 p.m., so I think I'm ready to head out back to the house. There's a nice view. Look at the sun. This cloud is moving this, is making the sun shine more and more as it comes this way. Okay. All right, now I'm in the sun again. Okay, let's move it out. I think I'm gonna put it over in that area there. I can't drive under them trees anyway with my tractor, so I'll just lay it along there, out of the way. Okay, I'm ready to roll here. Yeah, I'm going to pull it all the way over into that area and way into the shade, out of my way, where the flood can't reach it. I pulled the log from over there, and I'm about halfway to where I want to go. I want to go up in there, hole up there. And I just stopped here because I wanted to, this must be a low spot, because even all this was flooded through here. You can see the brown tint to everything. Yeah, and especially the low grasses. Yeah, look at that. See all the brown mud covering everything. I think it was okay up there. Yeah, you can see where the brown water mark was. Yeah, that's why the cattle probably aren't gonna eat this for until we get a rain on it to wash off the mud. Hey, I just want to show that. Okay, oh, I got a cloud again. All right, let me finish my log pull. I drove through here because I can't drive a tractor underneath here because there's low hanging limbs. But and there's rose bushes in here too. And I'm going to leave it right here. I lost a piece. Oh, there's a piece sticking out there. I had lost it, but luckily the rope didn't come off. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty good hunk. Pretty good big piece fell off somewhere. That's where I put it. There's a bunch of other ones up there too. I didn't put them there. They just fell on their own. Anyway, I'll untie that and I'm going home. That piece broke off right after I started up again. Yeah, that one there. I'll carry it out of here. Looks like that fire there has more smoke now. I better go check it out. And the other one's still burning too. I'm not sure, but I think there was a piece of a old tire there in there too. I don't know what kind of tire, but probably washed out of the creek. That one's burning better. I don't really like leaving the fire burning at night, but that looks like it's going to be a slow burner anyway, because it's wet on the inside. So I was just going to let it go. I might come back around, it's right 5:30 now. I'll come back around just before 8 when the sun sets. See what it's doing then. The second fire is almost out. A few more pieces to burn. Third fire is mostly done. There's just a little bit of heat coming off of it, but it'll burn itself out. This is the fourth and last fire. Still got a little bit to go yet. I'll stir it up a little bit and rake the logs up on top if I can. Yeah, stir that up a little bit. It'll all burn down to about nothing. All right, I'm gonna head to the bridge and out over here. Well, I'm done out here. I got that fence working from here down there all the way around, and along this fence too. I got done what I wanted to do today, so I'll be doing some more fence work tomorrow. Just keep doing a little bit every day and it'll get done. This will have to wait till last. I don't have cattle in here, so it's not that important. But what I will do next, I think, is the fences on both sides of that roadway there. I'm tired of looking at it all screwed up. As I go through there all the time, I want to make it look like it was before, or maybe even better. After I get all the fences back up where they were before the flood, Uh, uh, might be a good time to use that hog panels I had up there, because I want to add more concrete there and up there. The long one will go, hog panel will go there, and I'll mix concrete and put it in there. Some of that ready mix stuff, and because that's how I put that in there for the tires, for the tractor to roll on, because it also helps control the water eating away there. And then I got a short hog panel up there to continue that one up. Yeah, that'll work out nice. We'll see. One fence at a time. This will be the last thing I do, if I do it at all. Wow, look at that reflection. It's as clear, if not clearer, than the cloud above it. Or cloud, yeah. That's a nice reflection photo. I like it. I like these kind of photos where you get a reflection in water of something, but the reflection looks different than the original. Sometimes better. Yeah, I think I want to work on this next. It's just a matter of gathering all the T-posts and the wire and restringing it and getting all this trash and flood debris off of it too. Yeah, because that fence over there that's laying on the ground, that's going to take a bigger job. I think I can do this part first. Yeah, because this is where I'm normally driving. I'm getting tired of looking at this mess every time I go by. I'm not sure, but I think that cow panel with the 1, 2, 3, looks like there's 4 T-posts in there. I think that shouldn't be too hard. Once I get the trash off of it, once I get the flood debris off, it should be easy to just push back up and then hammer it in. Although I probably have to untie the wires from the T-post that holds it on. Yeah, just put the T-post up first, and then the cow panel up next after that. See, I don't have to worry about the cows going up this way. It's too rocky. They can't walk up there. So the cow panel works good. I could put electric on there, but I've had this there for years, so I'm gonna leave it. Yeah, this is the first time a flood ever wiped it out. Yeah, I'm gonna do these 2 fences first. First thing I do is clear all the trash out of the way, burn it, and then I can start stringing the wires and the T-post. Put them back where they belong. I may have to, I got a few at the house if I need them. I think some of them disappear, but I'm not sure about that. Wait and see when I get everything set back up. After I get these 2 fences put back up like they were, then I'm going to work on this fence to that post there. Get that done. I don't know who that is. Nice big flag though. That's going to be the hardest job. Pulling that fence back and then trying to get it put back up. I'm not sure how I'm going to approach that job, but get these done. Get these fences done first, because these are pretty easy. All I can do is take the trash off and straighten up the posts, mostly. Okay, let's head back to the house. I'm done. I'm quitting a little earlier today. I'm tired. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye. Well, what I did today, made all the fence around the cattle on the other side of the creek. It's all electrified now. So I'm more confident that they'll stay in. I do have to spray some weeds on the east end there, on the outside of the fence. But I'll get to that. They're not that big yet, but I need to get that done sometime. Okay, let me go home. I'm tired. I got to clean up. I smell like smoke. After I get this fence on this side of the pasture road and fence on both sides of the pasture road past the gate, once I get this done, then I can start to figure out a way to fix that. The fence goes down that way. Goes down, and then the water pushed it over, knocked the whole thing down, wire and post together, and it pushed it all the way out to the road. Yeah, and then it goes back. The only thing held it was these power poles, these electric poles, and then it goes back, and on the inside of the second power pole down there into the corner. At least the corner post held. They kind of bent over, got bent. I can pull them back after I get the fence up, and then and the same thing on the other side. I can pull that tight too. Straighten that post up on that corner back there. And I got a fence down, a little wing that came off the end there along the creek. It got pushed into the pasture. That's all still there, so I can bring that over. The hardest part was the post there where those yellow poles, just before that second post, power pole down there, I had a big wooden post like this. The fence is connected on both sides, and it's still intact. It's just laying on the ground there by the road with all the wires attached to it. So I need to figure out a way to pull all the fence back to where the fence belongs before I can even start to figure out how to put it back up. But one step at a time. I'll get to it eventually. This is a job for another day, and I'll get to it when I get to it. All right, I'll catch you on the next one. Bye. Well, it's 6 p.m. now. I don't think I've got much over 80, if at all. It was 80 when I started it. Oh, right around, was it 1:30? Yeah, something like that. Started my work. I don't think it warmed up much. It's been a nice day, even though I did sweat a little bit. The breeze was nice and cool. All right, I'm gonna catch you later. Well, it's been a nice day today, but I quit a little early today because I'm just tired. Look at that. There's a nice picture there. Look at that. Clouds have been nice today. Look at that. Anyway, I don't want to check I was disappointed this morning when I saw the what do you call it? Sweet potato leaves all eaten off. It had to be the deer. It's the only thing big enough to eat those. And there's real big footprints in there, so I think that's what it was. Oh well, guess they got to live too. Well, at least they're not eating the other stuff. All right, I'm going to end it here. I'm too tired to record anymore. I'm going to catch you on the next one. Bye. 6:07 p.m. Friday, July 19, and I'm done for today. Catch you on the next one.